Hello everybody, Saint Omerin here. My first attempt at a walkthrough guide. So, Darktide, my guild leader, has asked me to put together a simple guide on the mechanics of connecting a couple of nodes, purchasing some housing, and starting a worker into farming and harvesting some sort of resources for Black Desert Online. Only had about 4 days this closed beta 2 testing to get involved in Black Desert. I didn't play on Russia or Korea. So I'm doing what I know right now. At least the basics anyways. Excuse me. So I figure for the
Press the
new
Control key to
players,
turn the mouse on or off.
let me stop that crap. So I figure with the new players that haven't had the chance to get into Black Desert Online, this might be the easiest way. I actually watched a good number of videos, excuse me, good number of videos, read some posts and forum threads on how to do what I needed to do. And first day of closed beta 2, it still took me some hours of figuring out what I'm actually looking for in the game. Everything else showed screenshots and whatnot, but it didn't show um, really kind of what you're looking for. Uh, if you're not familiar with Guild Wars 2, this style of gameplay, I guess, is a little different. Icons, you don't see your typical question marks and exclamation points everywhere, so it's a little bit different to get used to. Anyways, I started a new character just to run through. The first thing you go to right here is a good indication of what you're looking for when it comes to node management. Down here on the screen, one of the options is node management. From there, if you really wanted to, and if you had a contribution point, up in the top left where my mouse is where you can actually click to invest on a contribution and on a node, sorry, which this one is Whale Farm. Looks like it produces olives. So this is the very first starter town you can invest a contribution point into if you had any available. When you first start out, obviously you don't. In order to get contribution points, you need a quest. Um, I'm sure there's guides and stuff out there that tell you what all quests give you those rewards specifically. So if you wanted to do just those, you could. But throughout the weekend, I've found I earned quite a bit actually on my other character. You can see I've up to 31 of them, and that's just in the first like 2 or 3 beginning zones. So it's pretty easy to get them. Anyways, I don't want to invest in this node, even if I could. That's my own preference. So really, right off the bat, you don't even have a mini map up. So that was the first thing that I was kind of at a loss with. You need to go through um, some questing before you can even see the rest of the world.
Press the
And
Control key to turn the mouse on or off.
how do I turn this crap off? I don't know how to turn that off. Anyways, you have to go through a bit of initial stuff before you can see everybody else in game, or add people to the party, or even see the world in a minimap. So some of the stuff, obviously, you can fast forward through if you don't want to see these boring basics part of it. Just get to the mechanics of what you want to learn. I'm doing these because I need to get the contribution points to be able to invest.
Press the Control key to turn the mouse
There's
on
gotta be
or
a way to
off.
turn that crap off. Game.
Then click the red button on the Received Quest info menu to activate navigation for that quest's destination. The destination will be highlighted by a huge pillar of light that you should be able to see from a distance.
Don't
If you
see.
click the
Shut up. Anyways, so I have to meet Bunt, the skill instructor. One thing you could do is hit Control, which activates your mouse mode, and you could just click on this to auto route places, save you some time. What I like about the game is even though you have auto routing and stuff, there's no fast travel, and also it's still pretty interactive. Quest line and stuff, so it doesn't take away from everything and just mean that it's a
You must constantly
point and
strive to
click
learn new
game.
skills for more.
Stupid guides. Okay. So now you learn how to attack. Really doesn't matter. Alright, combat skill point obtained. Great.
You can confirm.
Almost beat it. One thing to point out too, what's nice is the mini-map. You can see in the top right up here, the orange dots. Those are my quest objectives. The red dots are enemies or mobs, but they're not my quest objectives. So you can ignore those. But doesn't hurt to get some XP anyways. Weasels. So one thing, if you bought Founders or if you're gonna invest in the game at all, I'll show you something good to get into is inventory expansion coupons for 800 pearls. What it looks like it translates is $1 equals 100 pearls. So that'd be $8, but it gives you 8 inventory slots, which is what you unlock inventory wise is character wide on the server. But what you unlock in the cash shop is not, I believe. Yeah. So all these on my other character that I've spent pearls on are all unlocked. So spend your pearls wisely. Alright. This is all stuff that you can cruise through. I know in Arcade, I had Alpha 1, Alpha 2, closed beta, beta 3, I had all that. So I understood exactly what quest to skip, what quest to hit. This one I have no idea, so to be honest, I recommend anybody first starting out, uh, playing the game for the first time at launch, take your time, there's a ton. One big thing is quests. Even if you go, oh, see, it already shows all the stuff I've unlocked. Interesting. Um, Even if you go down and rush down any of the bigger zones, all the quests aren't unlocked until you've already talked to people and made it through certain other parts of the questing. So um, unless you know exactly what you're trying to do and rush through, take your time. There's a ton, and you need the quest lines, and you need the combat points and the contribution points to really set up an infrastructure. You don't always have to use them right away, but what you do use as far as contribution points go, you can gain back. You can remove them from what you invested in and get them back and spend them elsewhere. What the hell? Okay. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm hoping that I get contribution points on this character since I already unlocked some stuff. One thing I do have to look at before launch is a good ranger starting guide. Good build for a ranger. What's up, Chew Toy? Yeah, I've heard Ranger's the tough one to level, but Endgame is one of the strongest ones to play, so in PvP and GVGs, so. And I've always been partial to, oh, I'm hitting the wrong stuff. I've always been partial to a ranged class anyways, whether it's caster or ranger. Tried out the wizard a bit, I liked it, but kind of having more fun with the mobility of a ranger. So do you know, Chutoy? Just a question. I've already played on this server a bit, and unlocked, as you can see, 31 what do you call it? Contribution points. Does that mean this new character is not going to be able to unlock any? Like I need to go to the other server?